Hi everyone, it's Rebecca from the Sugar Plum Sleep Company, and I'm thrilled to be working with Thinking Outside the Sandbox to bring you some sleep advice for yourself and your children.
Something special. La la da da da. La da 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 da. La da da.
Today I want to talk to you a little bit about creating that perfect daytime sleep schedule for your child. So what does that look like? Well, it depends primarily on how old your child is, but it can also depend on their unique sleep needs. Some children are able to stay awake longer than others, and that's certainly an important consideration. But if there is one thing that I recommend time and time again to my clients is that fatigue is your worst enemy. You want to make sure that your child doesn't become overtired because that impacts the quality of their daytime sleep, and that eventually rolls into the quality of their nighttime sleep. I'm also a big fan of keeping a sleep log. Could just be pen to paper, or there's a few apps on the market right now that you can use to track your child's sleep patterns. And that's a great way to understand how long they can stay awake before they need to go down for their next nap. And if you play around with that awake period, how is that impacting the quality and duration of the naps throughout that day? In general, my guidance would be to ensure that a newborn isn't awake for more than 45 to 60 minutes before needing to go down for a next nap. For a child that is 3 to 6 months of age, you're looking at an awake time of about 1 to 2 hours. And that's setting you up for about a 3 nap a day schedule, taking place in and around 9 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and then 3:30 or 4 p.m. A child that's 6 months of age is looking at about an awake period of 3 to 4 hours, and that sets them up for 2 naps a day, the first taking place at 9:30 a.m. or 10 a.m., and the second at about 2 or 2:30 p.m. And that 2 nap a day schedule can stay in place for quite a long period of time. The average age to drop down to 1 nap a day is about 14 months, but certainly there are children out there that are 18 months of age that keep 2 naps a day. So that's just something that you have to monitor your child for. Once they drop down to 1 nap a day, then they're going to probably be awake for about 5.5 to 6 hours before they need to go down for that nap. And that typically takes place in and around the 12 or 12:30 p.m. mark. So I hope that helps you determine what an appropriate daytime sleep schedule would look like for your child. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will try to answer that as best I can in my next installment for Thinking Outside the Sandbox.